Now for a live report, I-24 News diplomatic correspondent Mary McCullough there for us. Mary, discussions on the dissolvement bill being repeatedly delayed. What's the latest schedule for today?
Right, Hamza. So we saw efforts today actually by the coalition to try to perhaps open up the Knesset plenary session, so where they will actually be able to vote on this bill for the first vote, to move that until 11 a.m. That was supposed to follow this committee hearing taking place at 9:30 a.m. But everything so far has been pushed back due to a number of different disagreements between the coalition and the opposition, between lawmakers who are trying to finalize, first of all, an election date and a number of other issues that will be tagged on to this bill to dissolve the Knesset. It's also worth noting there are 11 different bills that they must vote on and go through to dissolve this Knesset, 9 of which were submitted by the opposition, 2 of which were submitted by the coalition. But right now we're in the middle in that first reading following the vote last week of the House committee, which is chaired by Nir Orbach, which you mentioned just a few moments ago, who does have a lot of power. He is the head of this committee. And we are hearing reports that perhaps he might try and stall the vote and perhaps try to buy some opposition some more time as they try and look at this vote. But we are likely to see, beginning at 4 o'clock, this Knesset plenary session. But we do need to finally get an agreement to actually go to that session. But if the coalition is also trying to push through a number of different items and getting a number of different things moved on, for example, to try and push up the second and third readings, to do those immediately following the first reading of this bill, which could mean a very long night for lawmakers into the wee hours as they coalition tries to push through this dissolving.
And Mary, very quickly, talk to us about the probability of the opposition forming a government before all 3 or 4 of those votes.
It's actually quite unlikely. We're seeing a lot of talk about this. We're talking a lot about this. But right now, the opposition, I mean, depending how you count it, counting those who've already defected from Bennett's coalition government, the opposition has between 52 to 55 seats, and that's the opposition led by Benjamin Netanyahu. So the opposition also includes the other Arab party, who will not be sitting in a government with Netanyahu, nor will Netanyahu be willing to sit with them. That's the joint list. So they would need to shave off a number of different defectors from within Bennett's coalition, in addition to the ones they already have. So that's the difficult ask that they need to try and get. So we're not expecting to see that happen, but they're never say never.